Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Adda247. Bell icon दबाइए Adda247 की सारी notifications पाइए. Adda247 government job in your pocket.
Hello students, this is Ratnesh and you are watching the daily vocab show. Once again, I am back with the show for the vocabulary enhancement, and you know the method, and all those viewers, you can say all those new audience who are there, I must tell them that it's a very simple process where we are going to learn 30 words in 30 minutes. That is, what is the process exactly I'm going to follow? Let me tell you, students. It's a very simple way. I have randomly I have selected 5 words from the Hindu newspaper, which I'm going to write on the board, and after that I'll write the sentences from which I have taken those words. Fine. And after that, using those sentences, I'll again use a sentence from my side, which will be in a easier language. And we'll have to connect those sentences exactly. Students ask me that they ask me that sir, why it is required that why can't you write the words first, that is the synonyms first, before writing the sentence. But I think what my perception is very simple, that students, any student if wants to learn that is the vocabulary, it's not important for him to just mug up the words, that is the synonyms related from the dictionary, getting from the dictionary and all. It's very important for you to use those words. Fine. If you are using those words in your language, or you are supposed to use those words in your language so as to enhance your language. And while you are enhancing your language, while you are using those words in your language, I'm damn sure that you will remember those words. This is the only way. And one more thing, this is the show in an English session, and for the same you will be getting in the Hindi, that same content in the Hindi. I have already provided you the Hindi show. Fine. So this particular show will go on in English, that is the medium will be English. Okay students, now let's begin. Let's talk about the daily vocab show. So the name is Daily Vocab Show. I hope it's pretty clear to everyone. Daily vocab show. So students, what is the exact criteria here? I am going to tell you that how you are going to manage this. Fine. So first of all, let me tell you exactly how does it work. I have told you, I have explained you, all the students who have watched it earlier, they must know the method what I am going to follow, and those who are new can understand it very easily. Which 5 words I have taken today? The first word I have taken is culminate, culminate. Fine. The second word which I have taken is FORE. First word is culminate. Second word is fore. Third word is modus operandi. Modus operandi. Even there is a word, students, some students must have heard this modus operandi, but what was my intention while taking this word was that this, you must not be familiar with this word, vivendi. There is also a word modus vivendi, modus operandi and modus vivendi. There are 2 words actually. And okay, what I was thinking was that culminate, for modus operandi, actually I am giving you, initially I am giving you 5 words, fine. But this is including, that is the third part. In the third part, you have 2 words. So actually, you will be getting 6 words, but we'll count it 5. Fine. So fourth word I have taken is extradited. There are several things. Fourth word is extradited. It can be extradition in the form of noun. It is in the form of verb. If someone asks me that in the comment box I was reading, some students were saying that, sir, you should have explained us the parts of speech. Now, what is my take on this thing? What I think is, students, when you ask the parts of speech of any particular word, any particular that is in the sentence, I think it's not necessary exactly to, even in this whole word, anyone can't claim that any particular word is noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, whatever. Why? Because after you have used that word, then only you can confirm, say in the conformity you can say that yes, this word is a noun, this word is a verb. Isn't it? How can you say in the beginning? Because if I require this word, I can use it in the form of adjective, in the form of participle, I can use in the form of verb, I can use it in by changing the word extradition as a noun, isn't it? So it's not like that. it works on the usage of that word. So it's very important for you to understand when we use that word, that only we can confirm that yes, this word is a noun or whatever it is, a verb or anything. Fine. So now let's talk about the fifth word which I have taken is ALMANAC, almanac. So altogether there are 5 words, and we'll be talking about these 5 words and how to use them in the sentence. Fine. So first of all, let's begin with the word culminate. Culminate is a simple word, students. In many sense it can be used. So first of all, let's talk about the sentence from the Hindu newspaper which I have taken. Here the sentence I have taken is simple. It says, the yatra would eventually culminate into a rally, but the venue is not decided yet. And this is the sentence from the Hindu newspaper. And what is the sentence which I have taken? Now let me write the sentence. I have used the sentence, students culminated their preparation with maximum marks. Students culminated their preparation with maximum marks. So now let's talk about the sentences so that we can relate them, isn't it? So what do you think, students? The sentence, the meaning of the word culminate is coming out. The yatra is related to travel. It's related to travel. Eventually is at the end of something. At the end of something. The travel, that is yatra, would eventually culminate into a rally. It may turn out, rally is a kind of, with a crowd, that is group, rally, but the venue is not decided yet. So they want to say that the culmination is to finalize something. You can say finalize something at the end of something, isn't it? The yatra would eventually culminate into a rally. It can, but the venue is not decided yet. In this sentence which I have taken is, students culminated the preparation. They did in such a way that it ended with maximum marks. Obviously, you all audience, you all people are watching the shows, you are learning, you are preparing, you are giving so much of time, of your important precious time. Obviously, it will be culminated into the successful result, that is into the flying colors, you can say. How? Because you are giving the input, you are giving the crucial, you are giving the valuable, factful, you can say fruitful input. And when we are giving so much, obviously we can expect a lot. We can expect at least the proper result. When we give a kind of input that is a very genuine one, so obviously anyone in this world can expect a genuine result, that is the reward, isn't it? So what the people are doing, students culminated their preparation with maximum marks, and as what you all are doing, isn't it? So now once again talk about the word, that is the sense of the word. The sense of the word is to reach to a final stage. To reach to a final stage, this means culminate, means this thing. And now let's talk about the words which I have taken for this word. Okay, students, once again, I missed something. That students were asking me to, sir, before rubbing everything, just let us give us time to take the screenshot. You can take the screenshot, don't worry about this, because the first word was, the sentence was from the Hindu newspaper. You can take the screenshot of this sentence, and obviously while I am writing, I think that many of them may be using the pen and paper while for taking down everything what I am writing on the board. I think you can take the screenshot. That is as well equally important as you are taking down the words or whatever, isn't it? It's up to you, students. So now let me write the words exactly. Words which I have taken, the first word I have taken is, that is the synonym, is preceding. The first word is preceding. P-R-E-C-E-D-I-N-G. It's preceding. The second word which I have taken is B-O, bow. Third word which I have taken is, now it should not be bow and preceding. I must rub them. Students, the first word should be peak, because bow is related to different word. Fine. Peak is the first word. Second word is climax. Climax. Third word is conclude. Conclude. Fourth word can be terminate. And how I have taken the word terminate, I'll explain you exactly why I have taken this word. The fifth word can be cap. First word is peak, second is climax, third is conclude, fourth is terminate, and fifth is cap. So these are the words, and for the antonym, what you can take is, for the antonym, you can take commence and start. This can be the antonym. Fine. So these are the 5 synonym, and these are the 2 antonym. So why I have taken the word terminate? You must have heard in the in your life many times that student was terminated from the classroom. The principal terminated the student from the school. Termination was the kind of action which was taken at the end when some kind of extreme would have happened of some accident, or you can say some kind of deed. Fine. When the things go on the kind of extreme sense, teacher or principal had to take kind of extreme decisions, that is related to termination. And how we use the word cap in the sense of culmination. Cap is something to stop at the end. Just cap this down, or cap the work process, isn't it? So in that sense, cap word is used, and indeed it's a very simple word, and you can easily connect with all these 5 words. Okay, students, now let's proceed to the next word. The next word I have taken is 4. I have already told you all 5 words. So second word is 4. Okay. So what is the, first of all, the sentence? Let's talk about the sentence first. The sentence from the Hindu newspaper is simple. Use of explosives in poaching comes to the fore in Mandya. It's a place, F-O-R-E, fore. Use of explosive in poaching comes to fore in Mandya. It's talking about something which has come before. Now I'll explain you exactly. First I'll write the sentence. The duty of a soldier has always been fore and zealous. Zealous is related to something which is full of energy. Zealous is related to something full of energy. What is fore? Fore word is related to when something comes before you. When something comes before you or in front of you. Students, are you getting? When something comes in front of you. In an example, I can quote that every action what you are doing will bring something before you in your life ahead. That is in future. In our childhood days, many teachers used to say us that whatever you're doing, everything will bounce back to you, everything you will face again, once again. Actually, they mean to say something that we will face everything, whatever is we are doing, whatever we are giving, we'll get it back, isn't it? In that sense, actually what they mean to say, that is the fore word is related to when we talk about something will come before us, we'll have to face it. In the sense of consequences, in the sense of good things, in the sense of miserable things, in the sense of ecstasy, whatever it can be. So whatever comes before us, whatever comes in front of us, that is in the sense of fore. So fore is related to kind of ahead, something which is ahead. Okay, in that very sense we can use this word. So this is a very easy word. Its use of explosive is in poaching now. Now what is poaching? Is a kind of a heading, or you can say going towards something. Poaching comes to fore in Mandya. It has come before some kind of agency that explosive were being used, isn't it? Are you getting? So this is what has come before them, what has come in front of some kind of agency, or there is a jury, you must have heard. So the things have come before jury. What do they mean? They mean to say that that is in the front, that is ahead, that is towards them. Fine. Now, while I'll write the words, you will also get the meaning exactly how we can use the word for. I have taken the words. Now let me tell you the words, that is synonyms. Synonyms are pretty easy. The first word for the synonym I have taken, students, is preceding. Now this word I have taken preceding for which I had written earlier. Preceding. Second word is bow, now BWO. Third word is forward. Fourth word is front. Fifth word is again ahead, you can say, or forward, bow, preceding, ahead, front, isn't it? Now this can be the synonym, you can say. And what in the form of antonym we can say? There is a word, students, aft, A-F-T. It is the end or the last. It is the end or last. In this sense, aft is used, A-F-T. It's a nice word. Fine. And H-I-N-D, hind. It's also a word which is related to at the end, at the last. Astern. Nice word. Take it down. This is the antonym for the word for, F-O-R-E. Fine. So these are the synonyms and these are the antonym which you can take easily. Now I hope you all understood what is the word related to. So let's proceed and talk about the third word. Third word which I have taken for the same is, it's a simple word. Third word is modus operandi. What I think many students out there must have heard this word modus operandi. So what I decided to use one more word so that you can learn a new word too. Also for many students, modus operandi may be a new word, but still I think that some of you must be knowing the word, that is modus operandi. And another word is modus vivendi. Now first of all, let's talk about the sentence. Example says, speaking to the Hindu on Monday, the officer explained the modus operandi. Fine. This is the sentence. It's a very simple sentence. It says, speaking to the Hindu, that is newspaper, on Monday, the officer explained the modus operandi. So it must be kind of plan or something like that. Now let's have the sentence which I have used. The sentence which I have used is, we have to develop a modus, or we have to develop a modus vivendi. Now I have used the word modus vivendi in my sentence, but also I'll let you know the sentence related to modus operandi. Fine, don't worry. So modus vivendi, in order to avoid war. This is the sentence related to modus vivendi, and what the sentence we could take for the modus operandi. Students expect their tutor to let them know the modus operandi for their preparation. Now, I hope this will make you clear. How? The sentence says we have to develop a modus vivendi in order to avoid what? This was the sentence related to modus vivendi. And students expect their tutor. What is the tutor? Tutor is related to the person who teaches them, fine, who teach them or who makes them understand or learn, isn't it? So this is related to modus, there's a tutor. So as students expect, or you can say expected, it's in the same sense, expected their tutor to let them know the modus operandi. Modus operandi can be the part of plan, or it can be a kind of a method, mode. You can use many words, fine. So you can easily understand and you can easily relate that what does this word, particular word, modus operandi means. Actually, I have also used the word modus vivendi. Now, exactly if we talk about modus vivendi, so students, I must tell you the modus vivendi is the lifestyle. In simple words, I would say that this is the lifestyle, or this is the kind of way of life, isn't it? You're getting way of life. Okay. So I think it will be very beneficial for you if while you are using these words in your conversation, you can say while you are writing something to someone. Students, it's very important because once you have learned these words from the show, you have to use them in your daily conversation, or you can say your daily lifestyle. So it must be the modus vivendi of students to adapt these words from the show where I am teaching you, and also you must make them modus vivendi in a very common sense. It should not be the only reason that you have your exams lined up. That is why you are making them as your modus vivendi, but it is the modus vivendi of it must be the modus vivendi of every aspirant, every audience out there, that learning new words is not only in terms of the examination, but in terms of making your personality development, that is enhancement of your personality. Whatever you speak, whatever you make people understand, it should be the part of lifestyle, isn't it? So modus operandi and modus vivendi are the two words. Now let's talk about the synonyms which I have taken. So very quickly I'll write these synonyms. It must sound interesting even, isn't it? And even you can, students, you are very much free to let me know your views, that is from the comments box, and while you are I'm using those on the board, you can take them down in your notebooks or whatever paper you do have, or you can just have the screenshot. Okay. What is the synonyms? First of all, I'll write the synonym. The first synonym I have taken is mode. First one is mode. Second one is technique. Third word is procedure. Fourth word is method. Simple, you can also say plan. This is the synonym for the modus operandi. I hope now it's pretty clear to you that what does modus operandi mean. Okay, students. Okay, now let's proceed to the fourth word. The fourth word which I have taken is, extradited, extradited. It can be also the extradition. The word noun can be extradition, but what I have used the word is extradited. Okay, students. Now let's talk about the sentence which I have taken for the word extradited. The sentence is, example, Andhra Pradesh, it's government you can simply say AP working with Interpol. Interpol is an agency to get red Sanders smugglers extradited. Okay, now let's understand, students, first of all, what does the word extradited mean? Actually, AP working with Interpol is they are working with an agency who works a kind of secret agency, Interpol agency, isn't it? To get red Sanders. Red Sanders are the group, obviously a wrong group, a negative group, which is meant to harm others or harm people, isn't it? So smugglers extradited. So first of all, I'll write the sentence so that easily you can connect with the sentence also. Sentence is very important, students, I think, because while I'm writing the word and after that I also tell you the synonyms, it's very important the sentence. In the starting also I was saying this. Students, when you are reading the sentence, it becomes very easier to for you to connect with the sentence, and it's really important for you to connect with the sentence so that you can just not only mug up the word, that is the synonyms, you can easily connect with the sentence and the sense of the sentence. So by that you can remember the words. I have applied the same thing in my lifestyle also. This is my modus vivendi, students. Is in fact, why? Because what I think when I use the word in the sentence, I think that particular sentence was in the sense of something optimistic sense or some kind of negative sense. So I think that okay, that word was in the negative sense. Okay, so I can use. Say suppose I am having a conversation with someone and I remember that yes, while having the conversation I remember yes, that day when I was having the conversation, that the conversation went up to something kind of positive direction or some kind of negative direction. So in that context I use that word. So it must be related to this. Even if someone asks me after that, I'll let him know that yes, this particular word is in this context. So this becomes very easy, isn't it? So it's very important. Now the sentence is, the culprit was extradited across the nation's border. The culprit was extradited across the nation's border. This is the sentence. I hope you are getting what is the meaning of the sentence. Now let me tell you. Obviously, when you talk about the culprit, that is the person who has done some kind of crime, has been extradited across the nation's border. It means has been thrown out, has been thrown away. So when we talk about the person who has been thrown away or has been thrown out, or you can say has been asked to leave. In that sense, in that very sense, this word has been used in the both two sentences. That is from the Hindu newspaper and also from my side. Both the sentences are in the same sense, but this sentence can be in a literal sense, so it can be very easy for you to understand, isn't it? So AP working with Interpol to get Red Santa is a group. Smugglers extradited to throw them out. The culprit was extradited across the nation's border. He was sent out. He was asked to leave the place. Fine. So what are the synonyms? Let's talk about the synonyms. Synonyms I have taken. First one is disbarred, disbarred. Second word I have taken is departed, departed. Third word which I have taken is banished, banished. And fourth word I have taken is eliminated. Fine. And what is the fifth word? Fifth word is expatriated, expatriated. Expatriated is a nice word, students. You can add this word for the extradited, that is the verb. Expatriated is also asking someone to leave or throwing away someone. Disbarred, departed, banished, eliminated and expatriated. These are the synonyms which you can add very easily in the sentence. And what can be the perfect antonym for this word? I could say that the antonym can be, that is inviting someone or including someone or assisting someone, isn't it? In this sense, you can add the synonyms. Now let's proceed to the last word of the show. Last word which I have taken is a very simple word. The word is, fifth word is, students, ALMANAC. This is the word. Fine. And what is the sentence? Sentence is, Odisha government releases calendar, almanac in Braille. Almanac, Odisha, all the people who are from the South India, that is Bhubaneswar obviously, or from some other places, not exactly from Bhubaneswar, they must understand the word Braille. Braille is a kind of, I should not say that only the people from the South India, but also from all over the place, that's India, they must understand the word Braille. It's a kind of language, isn't it? It's a kind of language they use. People, obviously, they don't understand, they can read or write. The Braille. So, almanac is a kind of plan, you can say it's a structure. Fine. It's a kind of plan or structure. What the sentence I have used, I can make you clear very easily. The sentence which I have taken, which I have used is, the students always expect, you must be thinking that what kind of writing I am using here, but still I am trying to make you understand, make you realize that yes, whatever I am writing is necessary for you to understand, but still the writing may go a little bit not in the very cursive handwriting, it's okay. The students always expect an almanac for their better preparation. Fine. So this is the sentence which I have taken. The students always expect an almanac for their better preparation. So what do you think, students, this could be? Almanac. Almanac is related to kind of plan or study course. I think that you remember, if you remember, students, in our childhood days, our guardians, our parents used to ask us that make a kind of schedule, make a kind of plan, make a timetable, that what you have to do, how much hours you have to devote to your particular subject, how much hours you need to devote to your studies, that is your co-curricular activities, and how much time. And what we used to do was that we used to just, what we did was we just calculated the time, the 24 hours, and we intentionally we used to devote more hours to our playing games and outing. That was more important for us, because in those days many of us, the kind of planning we did was fabulous, isn't it? But the parents and guardians won't understand that what you are doing, what the kind of planning you are making, you're not devoting the enough hours to your studies and your activities, isn't it? So it's okay. The sentence says students always expect an almanac for their better preparation. Obviously, they expect a plan, a kind of structure, you can say. So what are the words I have taken, students? Let me write the words on the board. And while I am doing all this thing, students, don't forget to just take the screenshot, because in the comments box, students again will say that, sir, we haven't taken the screenshot, you have rubbed it immediately. It's not I'm rubbing that. I'm giving the time while I'm standing this side. You can just take the screenshot, or we can, or what you can do is you can take, it's very easy, students. While you are watching the show, while you're watching the video, you can just pause the video in between and you can just take down the words, isn't it? It's easy. If you are not that much lousy, or you can not that much lazy, you can just take the screenshot. It's up to you. So what are the words? The synonyms which I have taken. Synonyms are, the first word is journal. Second word is annual. Annual is also, it's not related to that, per annum or something like that, the yearly. This is the plan, this is the layout, exactly. So the third word which I have taken is chronicle, CHRONICAL, chronicle. Fourth word is, it's a nice word, ephemeris. Ephemeris is related to a kind of schedule structure. That is, I was talking about the timetable. Fine. And the fifth word is record. So all these 5 words you can easily add to your mind, that is your subconscious mind, your conscious mind. Just take the screenshot first. Okay. These are the synonyms. And what can be the antonym? Antonym can be any kind, but I have not taken any antonym in this particular the word, the almanac. You can add the unstructured, unplanned. These kinds of words can be the antonym. So this is the very small initiative in 30 minutes. And one more thing, students, I must add this will go on every day, and how much and howsoever it is possible. Moreover, I am trying to do it on a regular basis, and only intention is that you have to enhance, you have to improve your vocabulary, but just by watching these shows regularly and practicing them in your daily lifestyle, isn't it? So don't forget, the modus vivendi should not go waste. Isn't it, students? Just keep on watching these shows and just take the maximum benefit what you can do, and also let me know if you have any kind of suggestions. Do let me know in the comments box. Thank you for watching this show. This is Ratnesh Shukla signing off.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Adda247. Bell icon दबाइए, Adda247 की सारी notifications पाइए. Adda247, government job in your pocket.